Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. I'm your host. Today I want to explain how EBT 101 works. In this video, I'll talk about the HIV infection cycle with a focus on CD4 T cells. I'll explain why CD4 T cells are so important. Then I'll talk about how EBT 101 uses CRISPR-Cas9 technology to edit out key portions of HIV virus and renders it incapable of doing harm. If you are new here, please note that we have multi-language subtitles, so you can select your language. And I would request that you subscribe, press the notify button for free so that you do not miss any of my videos in future. I publish 2 videos every week on HIV and its therapies. You'll find it interesting. That said, let's get started. Welcome back. Let's start with the context, as we have a large number of new subscribers. HIV enters the body either through dendritic cells or through contaminated blood. I'll be saying the HIV instead of HIV virus because HIV stands for human immunodeficiency virus, and adding an extra virus after HIV is totally redundant. The mission of HIV is to replicate in the host and spread to the next host. Being a retrovirus, this essentially involves getting embedded in the host DNA. HIV is a RNA virus, and once it enters the cell, it replicates its RNA and combines them to create a viral DNA. Then it embeds into the human DNA. The infected cells continue to produce new viral particles that float around the blood and infect fresh CD4 T cells. This process continues until all CD4 T cells are exhausted. CD4 T cells are the commander of the immune army. The CD8 T cells are the warriors that do the hand-to-hand combat. CD4 T cells command the CD8 T cells and give them the target to attack. CD8 T cells are mostly invulnerable to HIV and can go in close proximity to HIV and release cytokines and granzymes to kill HIV. If CD4 T cells are taken out of the equation, then CD8 T cells may never be summoned to kill the HIV. Likewise, any infection in the body needs CD4 T cell to identify the pathogen and point the CD8 T cells to the pathogen for cleansing. That is why HIV becomes AIDS when CD4 T cells are all destroyed by HIV. The progression from HIV infection to AIDS, which is acquired immune deficiency syndrome, is marked by a significant depletion of CD4 T cells, which are a crucial component of the immune system. AIDS is the advanced stage of HIV infection, and it is characterized by a severe weakening of the immune system. Typically, a person is diagnosed with AIDS when their CD4 T cell count falls below certain threshold, usually below 200 cells per mm³ of blood, or when they develop specific opportunistic infections or AIDS-related cancers. The loss of CD4 T cells makes the immune system less effective in fighting off infections and diseases, leading to increased vulnerability to opportunistic infections and other complications. It's important to note that not everyone infected with HIV progresses to AIDS, especially with the advent of antiretroviral therapy or ART, which can effectively control the replication of the virus and slow down the progression of the disease. Early detection and proper medical care can significantly improve the long-term outlook for individuals living with HIV. There is a gene in the HIV that is responsible for complex tasks during replication of the virus, as well as during infection of CD4 T cells. This is called the GAG gene. EBT 101 searches and finds HIV genome in the host cell DNA, and then it makes 3 precise cuts, and it cuts the GAG gene from the HIV genome and thus renders the remaining DNA of HIV incapable of producing viable HIV. Excision went through extensive research to make sure that the edit coordinates do not appear in any other part of the human genome so that they can avoid the risk of inadvertent off-target edits. In preclinical trials, the method was successful in CD4 T cells. In non-human primates, the therapy was successful in neutering SIV, which is the simian equivalent of HIV. Apart from ensuring that the edit spot on the DNA is unique, excision have also demonstrated that the therapy does not transmit through semen. The design of the trial was to follow the study participants for 48 weeks after EBT 101 administration, and those who are eligible were to be assessed for sustained viral suppression after stopping antiretroviral therapy in an ATI or analytical treatment interruption starting at week 12. Phase 1 of the EBT 101 clinical trial began with the dosing of the first participant in July of 2022. A total of 3 participants were dosed as at the end of 2023. The first participant should now have produced reliable results, but we have not heard anything yet from Excision Bio as they go through all the details in a painstaking manner to make sure that they have accurate conclusions. What we know is that there were no adverse effect on any of the 3 participants so far. This year, that is in 2024, we should anticipate getting data from Excision for EBT 101. And being a privately held company, they do not have quarterly earnings release where companies typically provide updates on the clinical trials as well as their therapies which are in the pipeline. We'll have to wait for an industry seminar where they may present the data. If we get some information, that will be excellent. It should give you all great satisfaction to know that EBT 101 has received a fast track designation from FDA. In the past, I have made videos about what this means, the entire FDA approval cycle. Basically, they get discounts as well as ongoing consultation from FDA and can do a rolling biologics license application or BLA to get final approval. What we await next is to know that phase 1 has been successful, and the objective of phase 1 is usually safety and efficacy. They want to ensure that it does not harm the patient and also see evidence that the therapy is working so that they can move it to phase 2. In phase 2, they will calibrate dosage and test various dose levels to see which works best, and ongoing monitoring of patients long term to see how long the therapy is effective. I'm wary of providing a timeline, but every video has people asking me when it will be approved. Based on what I have seen so far, I will say that late 2027 seems to be the earliest to expect this therapy to get approved, provided the clinical trial proceeds smoothly without any setbacks. Remember that we need a decent sample size of patients. Right now, we know only 3 patients have been dosed. Next, we want to know how long it will be effective. For that, we need to observe the patients longer. FDA can give conditional approval with a requirement to submit data for the next 15 years. We also need most, if not all, the trial participants to submit regular tests as required by the clinical trial. It's natural to lose some test subjects due to unavoidable circumstances. So these are all the caveats for a 2027 approval. So please manage your expectations. That said, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please be generous in pressing the like button for this video. Please subscribe and press notify if you have not already done so. Also, did you know that we have a Patreon account through which you can support this channel and get early release of all our videos? The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.